Welcome explorers to another fine morning. I'm Alistair.
I'm Douglas, and this is the Highland Hikers.
So we're out again, fairly sharpish. Today we are up in the Ochil Hills on another glorious morning. We were out yesterday in last week's video, and so this is the first 2 days in the trotting since what, last August when we went to run?
I think so, yeah.
So where are we heading today?
Well, we're heading up Cleuch, sorry, I got the pronunciation wrong there. Which you can't see at the moment. What you can see behind us though is the Alloa, which is a minor top on the way up to Cleuch. In terms of the circuit we're doing today, it's about 9.5 kilometres, about 730 metres of ascent, so somewhere in the region of 4.5 to 6 hours, depending on your level of fitness. Yeah,
there's already people heading up the Alloa behind us. They're almost at the top now. I don't know if you can maybe see the orange backpack up there, but it looks like it's going to be a fairly steep ascent up there, so hoping it levels off a wee bit once we're up there, make things a wee bit easier and we can appreciate the views a wee bit more. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what we can see when we get a bit higher up, because we were in really thick fog down in Tillicoultry where we parked the car, and we've just ascended out of that now, so we've got nice clear blue skies, so we might get a nice cloud inversion if we get a move on and get up and see what we can see. Yeah,
we've walked up through, oh, what's the name of this glen? What's the name of the glen? Tillicoultry Glen, yeah, friend with us today. And there's supposed to be a diversion because some of the path has eroded away. We decided we would just go ahead and come up the path anyway, but there is one point where it is quite bad. You have to do a wee kind of climb. So if you are, if you're able-bodied, you'd probably be absolutely fine. Wet conditions, maybe not so much. Today was absolutely fine. If you have younger legs or smaller legs, then again, might be a wee bit more cautious coming that way. But yeah, it was a beautiful wee glen to walk up, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So, but yeah, I think we shall crack on and see what we can see further up.
So we've made it to the top of the first minor peak on the way to Cleuch, which you can hopefully see behind us. This is the Alloa that we're on just now, at a height of 631 metres.
Yeah, it's a fairly steep ascent at the beginning of it, like we could see from the start point there. But it does kind of level out a wee bit, it becomes easier. It's a wee bit of a slog, but again, you've got beautiful views behind you over this stunning cloud inversion. It just makes it all the more worth it.
Yep, and no Judge Dredd in sight right now, which is good, because that would be quite scary, I would imagine.
Yeah, literally before starting this film, and it says no law jokes, Diggy. But you can't help yourself.
Can't help myself. We all know that.
At least there's no dad jokes out there like we normally get. But yeah, so probably as you can see behind us, it's a fairly kind of gentle ascent up to the highest point here, and then we'll basically head round the rest of the loop and back to the car. But we've still got a good bit of walking to do today. So we have reached the summit of Cleuch at a height of 721 metres, and I've just murdered the pronunciation again. This is all his fault, you see. That's all he's been saying the whole drive up. It's Cleuch, not Cleuch.
Cleuch, that's where we are.
Yeah.
There's a relatively local man over there that told us that's how it's pronounced, so we have to believe him.
Yeah, and we've also Summit Cairn just behind us here. Some nice views up towards the Munros behind us, but it's getting a bit hazy in the horizon. You can just make out Tillicoultry, and I think Ben Moore maybe in the distance. We'll have a wee look in a wee minute just to
Yeah, I see if that's it. Because there's a wee viewpoint marker just out of shot here that gives you your 360 of all the hills and the directions that they're in. So if you fancy trying to figure out which one's which, you can use that.
Yeah, it's great. And just to the west of us is also King Seat Hill, which is another one that we did when? Last year? The year before?
It was like September 2020, so it's like a year and a half ago now. Although I think you've been to the east of us.
Yeah, east. Yeah.
Done well today.
Yeah.
Honestly, we know what we're doing.
But yeah, it's been a beautiful day. It's really, really quiet up here. We've met, what, 2-3 groups at the most. Compared to our more recent walk at Benbracky, where it was just like walking in the city centre of Glasgow or Edinburgh. It was a nightmare. But today it's just much more peaceful. Yeah,
we were expecting it to be busy because these are quite popular hills, but it seems to have avoided it today. So yeah, I think the plan is we'll have maybe half a sandwich just now because it's still quite early, and then continue on the circuit, maybe have another one later, although you seem less sure.
Yeah, you can have half a sandwich.
Okay, you can have a whole sandwich.
I'm having a whole sandwich.
Well, let's do it. Well, that is us almost back at the end of the circuit where we rejoin Tillicoultry Glen to head back down to the car. So we thought we'd do our wee closing piece here. Been a lovely day, I have to say. Yeah,
it's been scorching. I'm so glad we got suntan lotion on. Again, it has been very, very quiet. Much different to a previous walk and what we actually expected today, so that's been a much added bonus. Would you not agree?
Yeah, definitely. I think we were saying on Benbracky that it's quite nice to have the quieter walks, and yeah, we weren't expecting it today, but we got it, so that was a wee bonus.
Definitely, and yeah, just another one to tick off the list, and just now really back in the swing of things, I feel, and I cannot wait to get out for the rest of this year, since we have had a good few months off. So anything you'd like to do for the rest of this year? Any big plans?
I'd like to get into some of the more remote cairngorms and use that tent that I bought in like October last year that I've not used yet, so that'll be good to get some of those more remote ones ticked off.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm hoping, I should get to 50 this year. I'd set my goal of 50 last year but never got to it, but this year I should get there, but doing the opposite. I'm not setting a goal, I'm just going to take each week as it comes and try not and rush things.
Aye, that sounds good.
See where it's going. So yeah, so from here we shall head off and we shall see you on the next hike.
Bye bye.